Welcome back to the vlog. As you guessed it, we bought another S2000. I just wanted to kind of capture the car, mostly how I got it. I have been collecting, buying, hoarding parts for a couple of weeks, ever since I knew I was going to buy the car. So I've already done a couple of things to it. But man, I can't tell you, this is really where my heart and soul is. And I really shouldn't have sold my other car. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to recreate the spirit of that car, but we're going to take it up to 11. So we're going to do things that we didn't get to do with it, make it better. And this is really going to be my seat time car. So let me show you around it. It is a 2004 AP2 Grand Prix White original paint with 70,000 miles. It's had, I think I'm the 5th owner. It was an Arizona car, so no rust. It's very good condition, no dents or dings. Clean title car, of course. You know, I don't do the rebuilt stuff. And came with a couple of goodies that really made it enticing for me to want to buy this. So that's really the reason. It's a funny story. The car wasn't even listed for sale actively. The guy I bought it from, he made a post and said, I made the post and said, hey, I'm looking for this. This is my criteria. And I had a bunch of junk get posted and overpriced stuff. And then this one random guy messaged me and said, hey, I think I've got what you're looking for. We talked for several days. He shared, lots of photos and videos, and he was looking to get into a different platform next year. And one thing led to another. We agreed upon a fair price, sent him a deposit. I sent my buddy Brandon after the car, who owns a transportation company. He went and got the car for me and brought it here, and it was what he said it was. So that was it. It was a very easy buying experience. Super nice guy. So if you watch this, Joseph, kudos to you, man. It's probably the easiest car buying experience I've ever had. And this is the 50th car that I have bought / owned. And I will be 34 years old next week. So let me show you around the car and kind of show you what we're working with as a starting point. So like I said, this is 2004 AP2, 70,000 miles. It came with lots of really great pieces that I would have bought anyway for the car. So the biggest thing you'll probably notice right away is the monoblock spoon calipers. These are kind of in between an OEM caliper and a big brake kit. They are larger physically, but they utilize the factory rotor and the factory pads. So what you do get in exchange is you get the pins to change brake pads, very similar to Brembo's or any big brake kit, just for the ease at the track side, changing pads. So that, it does have StopTech steel braided brake lines already. It's got an OEM CR front lip already on the car. So I'll walk you around a little bit here. You'll notice it already has a hard top. So the soft top is completely removed, which is amazing. I would have deleted it anyway, so that just saves me the headache and the hassle. For me, this car, I don't like convertibles, and the only way to go is with a hard top, for me personally. I'm getting window tint in a few days, just something light, just when I do street drive it, it won't be such like a fishbowl. So it's a Blade Sports hardtop carbon fiber OEM style with the OEM style seals and rear glass. Very good fitment. I did a review on it and put that on my Instagram and my my new Facebook page, which is Hot Lap Heritage. So walk around the car a little more. It came with a T1R dual sparrow exhaust. I got a buddy here in town that was looking for dual exhaust and had the HKS single, which I love, is my favorite exhaust. So him and I did a little trading, and got a little boot on top and traded him for that. I love that. Stock wheels and tires for this moment. If we look here and peek through, you can see something. That's right, my friends. It already has Öhlins on it. So I'm very happy about that. Great suspension setup under me. Already got, good brakes. So for me, it's a great point to take it from here. Since I bought the car, I have done a few things because I can't leave anything alone. Take this key out. It came with a stock steering wheel. I did my Momo Monte Carlo 350mm steering wheel with the NSX Type R horn and the Chasing J's hardware. Love the setup. It's beautiful. I'm going for a different color scheme with this car, so I'm trying to avoid reds. It's going to be blues and blacks and grays. I've got my Renegade Motorsports shift knob, titanium, of course. And then I've got my Recaro pole position ABE, which is the wide hip version, for those of you that don't know what this is. And it's actually from the old car. I kept the seat. The only thing I had to buy was another PCI seat rail, and then just get it put in. Work kind of fiddle with everything, the fitment, and I'm using the stock seat belt for now. Probably next year, and then the seat belt adapter. But it's all plug and play. It's on sliders. It slides very easily like it should. And honestly, it just perfects the driving position. So these cars sit very high. In my opinion, maybe I'm taller. I'm 6 foot tall. So I feel like the stock seat is too high to sit up, and the stock steering wheel sits on my knees essentially. This, the Works Bell standard size hub, this brings the steering wheel out, I would say maybe an inch, to give me a little more clearance for turning, so I'm wearing gloves especially, but also brings it a hair closer to me, and I can slide the seat back. Now this seat sits about, I would think, 2 inches lower in the car than the other one, and lets me go back about 2 inches. So this is the ideal setup for a bigger, taller and wider person. So my goal is to retain the interior, so I do want to keep everything in here. I'm going to do a roll bar, and I'll tie harnesses to it when I do that, but I want to keep the interior as stock-ish as possible. So it's a very clean car. Let me show you the trunk here. There's the top, if you can see. Trunk is fully intact, has all the pieces and panels, which is fine for now. This car is going to have different goals than the other car. It's not going to get stripped in a full race car. It's just going to be a happy medium in between those two. So let me pop the hood too, and show you what we got here. It came with a couple of nice things that are necessary. Let's see here, hold on. It's basically stock. Cool things here is that it came with a Mishimoto aluminum radiator, of course the Spoon Sports cap, and stock. It's basically stock. The cool thing about it is it does have a Skunk 2 Alpha header, which is okay. I wouldn't necessarily choose that, but it works. It's in there, and it's got a 70mm test pipe with a defouler, and other than that, it's stock. Now you'll see peeking through, there's a sway bar. It looks like, I think it's an iBox sway bar. I've got a Carceps 5-way adjustable that I'll be using, and I'm going to retain the stock box. I'm just going to do the partition delete, which I'm going to cover in another video. I've got lots of parts showing up for this, and it's going to be a huge build over the winter. I'm going to try to capture as much of that as possible. But yeah, essentially that's what we're starting with. So over here on my shelf, you'll see I've got some things that I bought. So there's my sway bar. It's adjustable. Love that. I got filter. I'm doing oleum filter with the partition delete. I've got some goodies here in the box. More titanium. Some wing end plates. Spoiler alert. So, but that's the car, and that's where we're starting at. So I'm gonna work next year on my videos some more. I'm gonna try to change some things up. Try to, make this a little better. Bring more content, and just be able to share, more of the processes involved. So we're going to try to get some more seat time next year. I hope to go to 3 to 4 events, maybe more, depending on scheduling and things like that. But that's kind of the goal. So I'm very happy with our starting point this time. I think we're picking up where we left off. Maybe trading off pros and cons, were applicable from the old car versus this car. But this car is true Grand Prix white. The other one had been repainted to the 0809 color. I think it's called platinum white. So it was not a true Grand Prix white anymore anyway. This one is. So this is my favorite color in S2000. And, let's just do some things to it. Let's make it fast. Let's make it reliable. And let's make it a track car. So stay tuned. Hang with me. See you in the next one. Peace out.